All right, so you may or may not have heard me talk about a good way, a cheap or more affordable way to put a little bit of money into your channel without going out and buying that expensive camera is with lighting. Lighting can be a big help in turning kind of a very average looking video into something that's much more clear, looks better on camera, and you can do a lot of it without a lot of money. In this video, I'm going to show you video lighting for beginners.
Deliver your value.
Hi, and welcome to Creator Fundamentals. My name is Dan Courier, and I am here to help you deliver your value through online video. And hey, if you want to continue to receive notifications on videos that can help you deliver your value through online video, make sure you click that subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you don't miss a thing. Okay, so we're talking video lighting. We're going to get to how I'm set up here, and this is not by any stretch of the imagination the most complex lighting setup there is, and there's certainly a lot of people's studios and whatnot that use a ton more lighting than I do, but I'm going to show you exactly how I'm lighting this video, and I'm also going to show you some even more affordable ways to light your videos. All right, so the first step in lighting your videos is if you don't have any money to put into it, one of the best ways to get a well-lit video is through natural lighting. That can be achieved by putting your camera or your phone, depending on how you're making your videos, right in front of an open window. An open means, I mean, the blinds up, you don't have to let the outside air in if it's cold, whatever the case is, but make sure that the blinds are drawn and you have the whole window behind the camera to let in daylight, and that is going to do a great job of lighting up your face and create natural lighting, and it's more than enough to make a nice looking video. What you don't want to do is put yourself in a room with maybe just standard overhead lighting and nothing that's close to you and lighting up your face, but we'll talk here in a minute about what to do if you need to make a video and there is no daylight. All right, so if you got to make videos at night like I have been doing now for, I believe it's been like 80 months or whatever that is, maybe not 80, a lot of months, there are some options for you that you can do inside your house without spending any money. The first one, of course, is find a lamp. Get the brightest lamp you have in the house and put it just behind your camera. Again, you always want the light behind the camera, not behind your head, because if it's behind your head, you're going to cast a shadow on your face, and people are going to see more about what's going on behind you than what you have going on here in the foreground, and this is where you want the focus to be. So if you get the light behind your camera or your phone, and again, if you are filming with a phone, if you don't have a stand or anything, you can take that phone and lean it up against a pile of books, or maybe you lean it up against the lamp that we're talking about. There are some really non-expensive and even completely free ways to do a better job lighting your videos. All right, so you've been making videos, maybe you've been making videos for a year, you've done 100 videos, you're starting to think about upgrading equipment and you want to improve your lighting. Well, when you go out there, you try to do research on it, you'll find a lot of stuff about 3-point lighting. And basically the way that works is you have your brightest light, which is referred to as a key light. That's going to shine on one side of your face and keep that kind of as the focus. And then when you do that, you tend to get a shadow on the other side of your face. So what they call that one is basically putting a light somewhere over there, and that's a fill light to kind of fill in the shadows. It's usually a lot less bright than the one that is your main light like I have set up here. And for me, I actually have in this configuration, I have a softbox on this side that does most of my lighting, and I actually have, and I will take it down, you can see the difference. And we just took down the whole studio, which is fine. This is actually what I'm using as my fill light now. And this is just an LED light with a filter on it, which we'll take it off and show you. I just think it softens it up a little bit and gives me a little bit better look about what I'm trying to achieve. Because you don't want to bleach out your entire face, but there we go. It gives just enough fill there, and I'll turn it off just so you can see without actually moving it what the difference is. See, there's a little shadow going on over there, so I think it does a nice job of filling it in and just kind of evens out that light. I also have a light behind me, and you know, in the beginning of this video, I've actually forgotten to take or turn on one of the lights that's also very helpful, and that's the light behind me. So I also have a light like this behind me. Anytime you can shine light from behind you, preferably off camera, it can create depth between what you're doing up here and the background. When you light up that area back there, a lot of times I'll call it a hair light, but it'll be behind you and shining down, and it will kind of they call it a hair light because it lights up your hair, and it just creates more definition around you. Same thing with a light that's behind you, like this one. As you can see, it just adds a little more clarity and definition between me in the foreground and what's going on in the background, which that is an actual background. That's not a green screen. So it really helps to create a little bit of depth there and just give you a nicer looking image. But do you really need all these different lights to get a good looking image? The reality is, no, you don't. When I first started like trying to improve the lighting on my videos, the first thing I did was use the softbox. And I used to put the softbox right behind my camera. It is on a stand, so I would raise it up above the stand and tilt it down facing my face. A couple reasons I did that. One, because it kind of does a nice job of kind of flooding the area and giving me general coverage of light on both sides. It's about, I don't know if I can, it's about this wide. So it just did a fairly decent job, especially with these types of videos where I'm sitting here talking to the camera, of lighting my face on both sides, and it was more than adequate to make a decent looking video. Oh hey, and don't forget, this video is sponsored by TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy is the #1 browser plugin for managing and growing your YouTube channel. It's available to download for free, and there's a link in the description below, or you can go to trytubebuddy.today to check it out and download it and get set up for free. All right, so the softbox that I'm using, there's a couple different reasons I like it. One of them is that it has 4 bulbs in it. Now, I've had this one for a while, and I am still using actual bulbs, but there are 4. You can turn one side off or the other, or you can just unscrew a bulb, and you kind of get a variety of lighting with that. But what they have now, which I'm eventually going to upgrade, are actual LED softboxes, and then you have a full range of intensity on those lights, which is a great thing. You can get it to look exactly the way you want it, you know, tweak it up and down so your lighting is perfect. Well, it's not really perfect. There's no such thing as perfect. Don't get obsessed with perfect. So when I'm sitting down, I'm normally facing this way because this is where my desk is. I actually have the softbox on the right side of my face, and I actually just have a table lamp on the left side, again, for that fill light, to just try to create a little bit of even lighting so people can see me clearly and there's no dark spots and it doesn't distract from the message that you're trying to convey during your video. Now, depending on where you're making your videos, there are some cheaper alternatives to a softbox. You can actually go to like one of the home improvement stores and pick up those metal lights. I'll throw a picture, an image on the screen right here so you can look at it, what I'm talking about. But it's just like a shop light, has a little clip on it. You can clip it to a back of a chair and turn it on. That can be your main light to light your face, and maybe you just throw like a table lamp on the opposite side to kind of counter that. But as you continue to make videos, again, improve your light as you go. Every video doesn't have to be perfect. You want to do your best not to be in a completely dark room. What I'm going to do right now is just show you the difference between what I'm filming with now and what it looks like if I'm just using the overhead lights that exist in this room. So first of all, we're going to turn off what is my fill light. Try to reach the back of it and touch the right button. Okay, so that one's off. I have this light back here, which doesn't do a ton for this particular light setup. And then I'm going to turn off my softbox. See the difference? It's amazing the difference that those 3 lights do to create a much better video than what this looks like. Now we're going to turn back on the softbox. You can see the world of difference the softbox does all by itself, but we're still not where we want to be. This just adds a little bit of fill over here. And then this is going to take that shadow away from the other side of my face. And then we're back to my lighting. There it is. As you can see, I went ice fishing this weekend, and that ice really reflects the light. So that's a big major sunburn I got working here. But the point is, there's a wide variety of lighting that you can use in your videos, and you can progress as you go along. I'll also throw a link for these little LED lights. They're kind of nice. They work good as some fill lights, or if you just want to use a little LED like that. I also mentioned that there are LED versions of the softbox. That's something that I'm definitely going to go out and upgrade and try to replace and use those as well, because like I said, you have that versatility of being able to cycle through different varying levels of light depending on what your restrictions are and where you can set them up. So I'll put links to all that in the description below if you want to check out any of that. If you have any questions about lighting that I did not cover, definitely leave them in the comment section below, and I will do my best to answer all of them. I appreciate you checking out this video. My name is Dan Courier, and you're watching Creator Fundamentals. Thank you.